Ladies and gentlemen, lots of people are pissed off because Brock Lesnar ended the streak yesterday. I'm making this video to defend Brock Lesnar against unnecessary hatred that he's receiving. People say Brock shouldn't have beaten the streak because he's an MMA guy. What the fuck does that have to do with it? Because he was a former champ in MMA, that means he can't beat the streak? Why not? That's not a good reason for him not to break it. Him being an MMA guy, winning the belt over there, that makes him a legit tough guy badass. You know, it's a perfect way to go out, to be beaten by a real legit tough guy. Not just some schmuck who doesn't deserve to beat him. Plus, Taker loves MMA. He went to Brock Lesnar at an MMA event and he asked Taker to fight him at Mania. That's because he wanted Brock to beat him. Pretty goddamn simple there. So him being an MMA guy, you know, that's irrelevant. Plus, that is what Taker wanted. Taker wanted Brock to fight him at Mania. So why should we hate it if Taker got what he wanted? Brock is a part-timer. People are giving him shit. Oh, part-timer. You know, Taker is also a part-timer as well. You know, if wrestling was more realistic, you know, all the wrestlers would be part-timers. Look at boxing, MMA. The guys don't fight every night or whatever. Brock being a part-timer is irrelevant. Taker wanted to be beaten by Brock. Doesn't matter if he fights every night or once every 2 months. That's what Taker wanted. Okay, and realistically, you know, nobody else deserved to beat him. People, even Cena should have beaten him. Fuck no, doesn't matter if Cena wrestles another 20 years and he's full-time or whatever. He didn't deserve to beat Taker. Brock Lesnar, a real MMA fighter, you know, the toughest guy on the roster, a guy that Taker wanted to lose to. It's perfect. You know, him being part-time is irrelevant. How can WWE treat Taker like this, people say? You know, how dare they give Taker exactly what he wanted, which is to get beaten by fucking, you know, Lesnar. Well, you know, how dare they follow his wishes? Bastards! They should have made him fight till he's 7 years old on life support. That's what they should have done. Make an old man fight another 20 years there, even though his body can't take it. Evil bastards. Taker should have been undefeated. It shouldn't have been broken. The streak should have, you know, remained intact with no defeats. That shit looked fake. It is more realistic, way more realistic for Taker to lose to Brock, you know. Taker is old now. I don't want to insult him, but he's old. You can tell that he's old. Him beating Brock would look stupid. It would. Okay, so Brock ending the streak makes more fucking sense. In real life, nobody would win at Mania 22 years straight, not even 10 years straight or whatever. It's too goddamn fake to end it like that. Plus Taker, you know, that's the kind of guy that he is there. He wouldn't want to leave with the streak intact. He would want to put somebody over. Okay? Which leads to the next one. Brock is too old. It should have been a young guy. I always thought that it would have been a young guy who would have, you know, ended the streak. But when you think about it, you know, Why should Brock be shoved aside for a young guy? Which young guy actually deserves to end the streak? People were saying Roman Reigns should have ended it. Fuck no. What for? What did Roman Reigns do to deserve to beat Taker at Mania? What did Bray Wyatt do to deserve to beat Taker? Didn't do fuck all. In my opinion, it's better to be beaten by a real legit superstar. Not some ham and egger that might, not even be good enough in the future. What if Roman Reigns turns out to be a jobber? What a waste it would have been for Taker to be beaten by a ham and egger, With Brock, at least, he gets beat in a realistic fashion by a legit tough guy. He should have lost to Michaels, Punk, Triple H, Cena, should have lost to Sting. Your opinions on who he should have lost to is irrelevant. He chose, Undertaker chose to lose to Lesnar. He doesn't have to keep wrestling just because people want him to lose to Sting, And why the fuck would Taker lose to Sting to begin with? The only reason people want this match is because fans have been asking for it on the internet. Because they both wear long black jackets, I guess. Apart from that, there's no reason for them to even wrestle. They might still wrestle, They might have a match at Mania, but Taker's not going to have his streak intact. But realistically, why should Sting even be a part of the streak? He has nothing to do with Taker, fuck all. People are saying Lesnar sucks, blah, 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 shit like this. That is an opinion, and I disagree with it. I think Lesnar is cool, and awesome, and hot. I think he's hot, and I think y'all fucking suck. Lesnar wasn't supposed to win. This is crap people are actually saying. He's gonna get fired because he, got the victory, but it wasn't scripted. He wasn't scripted to win, but he's gonna get fired, blah, blah, blah. These are the same people that defend Chris Benoit. Just conspiracy theories. Lesnar won, that's how it was scripted. Get a fucking grip there. The match sucked. You fucking suck. WWE will lose ratings. They're going to go out of business. But no, it's people like me, wrestling fans, real wrestling fans like myself, are going to keep them in business. You want to know who's going to go out of business, Phil? TNA! TNA is going to go out of fucking business. Do they have Brock and Taker matches in TNA? Absolutely not. They got garbage. Magnus and Eric Young there. That's a lot better than, Brock and Taker. What a fucking life, TNA fans. Brock beating Taker was awesome, in my opinion. We're always going to remember it. People are going to be very childish and butthurt, but, the match was still great. The outcome, the shock value was off the fucking charts. Awesome show. Brock Lesnar is good enough to end the streak. Fuck you. Until next time. Peace.